For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down.
Going right back to Fant.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes a starch right out of them.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On first down, it's Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. Now it's Herbert.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one lines up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with.
But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused. And here, he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
First carry here for J.J. Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air again, Herbert. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown Colts.
Michael Pittman.
36 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chargers ready to take over.
And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon.
Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back.
On Herbert, his third interception.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect to move over from at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, LA.
Josh Palmer,
53 yards.
And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked about one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Going up top. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
This time they stay on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Fielded at the 20. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. A gain of 3, second down. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this one is incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler.
And down to the 41.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts' 36. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 18. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 8.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Colts coming out now. And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Man, and he hits him in stride. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, they were ecstatic to get the stop and get the ball back. Now they get that punt block. Here we go.
And what that play does is anyone who is teetering on the fence on their sideline, wondering about winning the game, it brings them squarely back on the side of, yes, we can get this done. And now you've got a great energy that goes throughout the team.
Herbert and the Chargers down 17-14.
A minute 16 remaining. Eckler now between the tackles. Their sold-out crowd is behind him. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it 1st and 10. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Oh, an excellent tackle there as they keep him in bounds and hold him to no gain. Gets this to Fant, and he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Herbert.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
Well, what a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards and a first. They'll look to throw here. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Second and 9 now. Flushed out right.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
Second and 5. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. They need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and then overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Running on first down, Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Now, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And the kick is good.